someone close to me told me, you know, the way you use social media is not normal. And at first I thought, great, add that to the list of things about me that aren't normal. Most people scroll endlessly and feel like they're staying informed. That's because algorithms aren't designed to make you smarter, they're designed to keep you hooked. It's all passive consumptions and echo chambers with 90% lurkers. Everything is dopamine and attention. Don't bend over to the algorithm. Remember when algorithms weren't a thing? When it was just you and the subscribe button? Hit it. We need to take the power back into our own hands. Design your social media feeds. Instead of random junk food for your brain, you can let your feed serve you actual nutrients, inspiration, knowledge, education, motivation. You know, stuff that makes your life better. I'm coining a new term for that. Curiosity pipeline. And now I'm going to show you how to build your own.
You are just coping because the algorithm doesn't give you views and followers.
Shut up, Toaster, or I will sell you on eBay. Welcome to the ToasterBotnet, self-improvement for people who touch grass ironically. Today's topic, curiosity pipelines. Staying ahead of the algorithm. Algorithms are dopamine dealers. They are brilliant at keeping you entertained but terrible at helping you grow. It's like eating fast food every day and wondering why you feel like trash. And here's where my personal story comes in. Recently, someone close to me told me, you know, the way you use social media is not normal. And at first I thought, great, add that to the list of things about me that aren't normal. That's a long list. But then it hit me. They meant that most people just bend over to the algorithm. They let TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram decide what they care about. I don't. I fight that. I curate my feed on purpose, and it makes all the difference. Here's the first step. Decide what you actually care about. Most people never do this. They scroll and let random stuff decide for them. So what am I doing? First, I think about my core interests. Let that be self-improvement, tech, AI, Linux, finance, movies, science, and so on. When you know your interests, you stop being passive. You have a compass for your attention now. I think of it as drawing your curiosity map. Without it, you're just wandering in the algorithm's casino. Once you know your map, you pick your guide. So let's go through some specific examples. So we got Reddit, multi-Reddits for each topic. Reddit is a great place for this with all the small communities. Pick your core interests and for each of them, build your custom feed. Don't throw all of them together. One interest at a time. Search on Google what kind of subreddits there are for your specific topic and then put them all into a custom multi-Reddit. And do that for every core interest. And we got, of course, niche YouTube channels. Don't let the algorithm decide what you watch on YouTube. Instead, use it like we did back in the past, you know, like in the old days. Use the subscription page and check your feed what's going on instead of going with whatever the homepage throws at you. Then we got domain experts on Twitter, X, Mastodon, and Blue Sky. These are great for following expert public intellectuals or public figures like specific people. If you have a core interest, identify the important people in that space and follow them to read what they post about. Then of course we got RSS feeds and newsreaders. Yeah, remember those? They are still a thing. Use them to your advantage. Curate your own feed of news. It's a bit more initial work than just clicking on a news website, but it's worth it and it's way more intentional. Instagram and TikTok. Okay. Okay, these are our boss fights. We have a problem here. These are specifically designed to keep you in an algorithmic feed, and they give you no features to get around that. You can, of course, follow the experts and artists and people that align with your interests, but that only gets you so far. The algorithm still throws garbage at you all the time. So what can we do? Well, we can train the algorithm intentionally. You need to be really aware on how you respond to the content that the algorithm serves you. And then decide if it's junk food, garbage, or inspirational and interesting to you. It's not enough to just like or repost the good, wholesome, inspirational stuff. If you get hooked by the junk food and watch reels to the end, the algorithm will remember it. So you need to intentionally fight the urge to watch the junk and swipe away multiple times. It's like somebody waving ice cream in front of your face, but you deny it every time because you want to lose weight. It's the same thing. Don't give into it, or you will get more garbage and junk. If you engage in the dopamine junk, you lose and the algorithm gets you. So basically Instagram and TikTok are constant ongoing battles while the others give you more control. You have to decide for yourself if it's even worth it for you. Here's the point. You choose who fills your pipeline. Otherwise the pipeline fills itself with whatever maximizes ad revenue. Okay, now you got social media set up to throw the good stuff at you. So what now? Now you need to capture stuff, curate it, and save it for later. Okay, I won't go into data hoarding here because that would go too far right now. But if you're not a compulsive data hoarder and you still want to get the most out of the content that you consume, let's say you want to learn stuff or you want to reuse information later for a creative process, or you just want to save a motivational video because it was inspiring and maybe you want to find it again. Whatever the reason might be, you need something to save this stuff. So for the non-crazy data hoarders here, the most straightforward solution is to just use a notes app. Save links, notes, bullet points, bookmarks, a few comments here and there. Interlink those notes so later you will find the stuff again. If you want to know more about notes management, check out my whole playlist. There are videos in there about how to write stuff down and how to use notes. Point is, when you sit down to learn, you're intentional, you're not doom scrolling, you're pipeline surfing. Not every voice deserves a space in your head. I learned to cut out the loudest opinions and follow people who provide depth. The rule is simple. If they don't inspire you, teach you stuff, or leave you with a positive aftertaste, they are out. That's how you keep your pipeline clean. If something in your feed doesn't provide you with a laugh, with inspiration, with education, or a wholesome feeling, and instead makes you angry, sad, or you have a feeling that somehow it gives you a negative emotional state, kick the account out of your feed. Unfollow, block, mute, or whatever. This is the step most people skip. Learning without action is just trivia most of the time. When I watch a video on productivity, I try to apply the ideas or modify the ideas a bit to my own needs and tastes. When I read about finances, I check if it applies to my budget or if at least it informs me about the current state of the market or something. Should I buy a specific stock? Should I pause buying stocks? Should I include a new idea in my budget or try new things? Always take action. When I find a good idea for content, well, you're watching the result right now. Your curiosity pipeline should be a cycle. Intake, reflection, and action. Of course, content can also be a good influence without you having to take action. It can be educational or eye-opening and broadening your horizon or something. Then by all means, your action should be at least repost it or share it and spread the message. And if it's a funny meme or a good joke, share that as well. We need more of those. I insert my shitpost blog here. Check it out. If you build your own curiosity pipeline, you stop being a product for the algorithm and you start being an architect of your own growth. You could start by subscribing to my channel if you like the content. That would be really helpful. And thank you for watching. Peace out.